no worries, no worries. That's fine. And I think I wanted to go for this because I'm actually, by virtue of where I am currently, I'm a technical lead and solution architect for data and AI transformation team. So like I'm in the middle of this entire conversation and all of that. So who's responsible for that? I think for starters, I'll start off by saying everybody's responsible, right? But there are specific responsibilities now. Now there's a responsibility for the deploying organization, right? There's a responsibility for the technical team who are building AI systems, right? The technical team who are delivering this AI products and all of that. There is also the responsibility of the AI governance team, right? So these are the people who are responsible. So I'll give you a typical use case within my organization, basically. Now, we don't own the LLM. The Gen AI team doesn't sit within our team. There's a different team, like a Gen AI team who gives us access to those LLMs, for example, or access to Gen AI platform, the vector DBs, and all of that goodness, right? So they are also responsible for, when we talk about API calls, they're responsible for ensuring that the systems are secure, that the systems are, the guardrails are well placed in to ensure that the right responses, PII are redacted. That's also their response. So there's responsibility with the governance team. Now, what is the responsibility of the technical team? Basically, right? It is to ensure that while building, what we are building with human in the loop thinking, right? We're building with continuous monitoring as well as part of the entire design, design principle and all of that. So it's the responsibility of everyone, and then also senior leadership as well. They are also responsible for, these AI systems failing as well. So I think everybody plays a specific role in the entire, ownership of this AI system, basically. So I think that's I'll say everyone within the organization, including the user, actually, including the user. Exactly. Yeah. So thank you.
Interesting response. Thank you very much. Kekura, do you want to take it on too?
No, I think I'll just double down on what Annie folks said. It's simple. The organization that built the system is responsible. Everyone knows we learn to hallucinate. You have to put guardrails around them. You take on that responsibility. OpenAI did their bit when they put the terms and conditions on the consumed and served out to people. So you have to do your bit and have your process.
Great. Yeah, Nadia, do you also want to?
Yes. So I would like to add to this. I mean, we agree. They are going to be the responsibility is with many actors. So first of all, obviously, I will echo what Fikra and Anifix mentioned: is the solution providers. They have to be very transparent with what their systems can and can't do, and what are the percentage of hallucination. There are some parallel analysis, independent analysis, comparing the different LLM and depending of the nature of the data to tell you which one is more reliable. So I think that's quite something for end users to look at. But then they're not the only responsible, because sometimes when you lose, we'll take the example of Gen AI and LLM, because that's the topic of this year now. And for the last few years. But the implementation team, I will echo what Anifiof said, the implementation team and how it's adapted to the end users. Because at the end of the day, the implementation team are the one which make it accessible to their customers, right? They are part of the B2C, business to customers. So the responsibility to provide that is with them. There's guidance. Obviously, you need to have your right AI strategy and your right governance around. But the other thing as well is, this is why legislation, such as the AI Act, has been very important. And I'm really happy that I actually worked on setting up the compliance department for the regulation department with auditors to help you there, to to do that. Why? Because when you look at the legislation, it does assess how the algorithm is trained. So what is the quality and how secure the data of the end users are, to make sure that we don't recognize and is anonymized, and the protection of data. So I think it's the whole components of this. It's a little bit like the autonomous cars challenges that we go. We are facing the same challenges. I was listening to discussion a few years ago who needs to be responsible from a legal perspective. And the other thing is now LLM, if they are taking decision, so which they do. For example, we were talking about the credit rating. This is why in many of the regulators and investment banks, they ask banks to provide transparency. And we're seeing a field evolving to ensure that models can provide transparency, which we know with someone, for example, a neural network is complicated to do that. So I think it's a different. I think we will see that evolving. But one point that I wanted to add is there was about because responsibility is as well about the solution that to provide, but as well the impact of the AI within the society and the companies. And it's interesting to see, for example, in recently, it was in China a couple of weeks ago that a court was saying that a company can't replace employees by an AI algorithm until it's really justified. So it's quite, that is more the responsible, it's another aspect of responsible AI, which is more from company perspective.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Well, it's been quite insightful having these conversations. Thank you very much. And so I think we'll just wrap up the panel session, and I'd just like to hear a word from each of our speakers. So in 1-2 minutes, it's been nice to hear from each of you. Just your final words around Trustworthy AI. Just in 1-2 minutes. Kekura, we can start with you, then Anufia, and then we'll go with Nadia.
All right.
Yeah, please go ahead. No, go ahead, Kekura.
Okay. Just a quick one on Trustworthy AI. I think for me, it's very simple. When you're assessing whether or not an AI is trustworthy, think about how is it handling what you're putting in as well as what's coming out of it. And you have to assess that differently based on whether or not you're building it or someone else is the building party. And if it's someone else, then you have to have trust in the organization itself, the people who are handling it. I think we're moving into an age, right, where we're looking at the character of CEOs and the various stakeholders to determine whether or not we want to use a product such as Claude versus OpenAI. And so there's a lot of factors that go into trusting AI systems because they carry inherent biases and all these different things. So, again, just think about how are they handling your data? Are they using that data to profit? What are some of the deals those companies are involved in that tell you a lot about how they're going to handle your own data?
Fantastic. Thank you. That's a very good perspective. Third-party partnerships, right, and how they handle your data. Thank you, Kekura. Anifio, did you go?
Okay, yeah. So I think in terms of Trustworthy AI, I think it's a conversation or a topic that cannot be overemphasized. I think it's really very important to be able to trust data. Now, from a compliance perspective, let's think about this. If I cannot trust certain, AI systems, there is every chance that I most likely will not use it, right? So I think it's very important because, and then also think about this, we want to establish the fact that your AI systems can behave consistently across users and different contexts, right? Yeah. So if you apply it to different contexts, you should be able to provide the same set of, outputs, basically, right? And I think also it's important for fairness. Fairness is very important. We have certain AI systems that can be biased to certain groups, right? For example, I think one of the topics I came across when I came to UK was things around consumer beauty, right? You want to ensure that, and which fairness is a very big part of that, right? Customer fairness and usage and all of that. So I think fairness is really very important. You just want to ensure that if your AI system is not segregating across gender, location, and all of that. So it's really important to ensure that these things are really looked into, as well as stability as well. You want to ensure that AI is stable, right? Not today acts this way, tomorrow it acts the other way. So you just want a consistent stability around AI, and I think it's really very important. There are a lot of ways to really curb most of these biases and to enable and ensure that data can be trustworthy. But yeah, that's not a question, but it's all right.
All right, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
no
very
worries.
much, Anifiok. I mean, I like the talk about fairness. Very, very important. Right? We need to ensure that
Yeah.
our systems are not biased. Right? If they are, then we can't trust them. Right? So yeah, very, very, very critical part. All right, Nadia.